Hello! Today we're going to take a look at how to create a spreadsheet and a chart in Google Spreadsheets, and then also create a trend line for our chart. Right, so first we want to do a new spreadsheet, and if you're using a shared folder then you just want to click OK. Then it should automatically update this. So now you're working in your new spreadsheet. You want to give it some descriptive title. So this one I'm going to graph our raw paperclip data. Just going to call this Mrs. Morey paperclip data. Alright. Now we want to give each column a header that indicates what each thing is. So this will be number of paper clips in canister. Alright, and the next one over will be mass of canister, and that's going to be in grams. Alright, so then we just had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our massive canister. So this is my data. Your data should be different. 8.32, 8.97, 9.70, 10.01, and 10.39. Alright, so what we need to do next is highlight our data, go to Insert, Chart. Right, and we'll have all these different options for inserting. And at the bottom, just kind of cut off by the screencast, but at the bottom you'll see there's an Insert button. Now we don't want any of these recommended charts. The chart we are going to want is a scatter chart. And this one you don't want the bubble chart, you want the scatter chart. That looks beautiful. We click Insert. Alright, and there's our chart. Okay, so you can change a few things from this screen, but really what's more helpful, and I kind of hide it, you gotta click over here, this little tiny arrow, and go to Advanced Edit. From here you can change the chart title, make it something descriptive. You can also change your axis titles, which is important. So our horizontal axis, so that's this axis, our x-axis. This is our number of paper clips. Great. Now it has that label for us. The left vertical, this is the mass of the canister in grams. Perfect. Now going back to our horizontal one, we want this to be, I mean this is fine, but maybe if you want to change where all of your grid lines are, you can set your min and max, and then it'll update your grid lines. So it looks a little bit more like that. Okay, so that's all fine and dandy. Oh, and here you can actually specifically change your grid lines. You can have major grid lines, minor grid lines. Really want to, but not necessary. So here's our series, massive canister, that looks great. Alright, here's the trend line all the way at the bottom of the customize. You want to go trend line, linear. There we go, and it comes up with the trend line for you. Now the most useful thing I think here is our label. Custom, we want to use equation. Right, and that'll show us the equation for our line. Well, and of course you can change all your colors. You want to know your R-squared value, how good a line of best fit this is. Pretty close to 1, not bad. Alright, then we can update. And there we go, we've created our chart. And now we should be able to easily insert this into a Google Doc. Now what I would recommend is that once you've copied down what your equation is here, is that you delete this. You can clear the legend, right? Because this just kind of clutters everything up. And like if we had more than one series of data, we'd want to know like which dot means what, but since we only have one, then this is unnecessary. You don't really want this on your chart. So there we go. There's a quick description of how you create a chart and add a trend line.